In this video, I'm going to share with you the 4 pieces of the brand advantage framework. Meaning if you want to attract more clients, spend less time chasing people down or praying that they'll work with you and seeing opportunities show up in your inbox every single day, cultivate a raving audience of people who love you and love to buy from you, and just unshakable certainty and confidence in what you stand for as a brand and what your brand is, you're going to want to watch this video. There's a whole foundation below the strategy that we have to pay attention to if we want the strategy to work. Part 0 of the brand advantage framework is to set those conditions for success. So what do I mean by that? Is that you need to focus on being the visionary, the CEO that you are meant to be if you want to create the results that you want to create. Or if you don't have the conditions set up in your life to be able to create consistent content or to tap into flow, tap into that genius of brilliance that's inside of you, you're not going to be able to do the content strategy. So you have to make sure first, before you implement any brand strategy, that your life is set up to be a container for the success that you want to create. Now, step 1 is your irresistible identity. So you have to figure out what your values are and how that is showing up in your business, how your personality is actually being reflected in the decisions that you make. And then step number 2 is to be intentional about what you want to be known for. And when people see your brand, what do they think of? Step number 2 is to know your client. What is all of the psychographics and the psychology that surrounds the thing that you sell? So what are the thoughts that are going through their mind? What symptoms are they experiencing that shows them that they need your work? What are the conditions in their lives that shows them that they need to hire or buy from you? One other piece of step number 2, knowing your customer and being of value, is to create your own method, your framework, your signature service, if you will, even if you sell products. So what is it about your way of doing things that is completely and 100% different from anything else in the market? People who have tried and failed at something, they want a new option. It provides possibility for new results. Step number 3 is all about content, which gets me really excited because when you have your content system set up, when you attract people into your orbit, they stick around. And they stick around because they know, like, and trust you, and they want to buy more from you. You want to use the magnetic content matrix, which I teach in depth in my brand advantage course. And then the other piece of content that converts is that you need to have a machine. Like, you need to have a system set up so that when life happens, because it's going to happen, incredibly important to consider how to create content in advance, and then the system that's gonna package it up, slice and dice it, and distribute it out to all of the different platforms where you show up. And then step number 4 is to become known. So you're creating this audience, you're creating this orbit of people who know, like, and trust you with the content. If you don't have standards set, you're gonna create confusion in the marketplace. So in the 4th step, becoming known, you want to set those standards and you want to make sure that they are being managed and being adhered to so that wherever your brand shows up, it's cohesive, people recognize it, you've built in memory cues into your brand, like signature colors, signature phrasing, naming, words, language that makes people remember and recognize your brand, because we want you to be the go-to in your market. If you want to dive deep into all 4 of these, plus the core operating system of getting the psychological structures in place that you'll actually do the work, I invite you to check out my new course called the Brand Advantage. It's a 30-day sprint where you're learning by being your brand, creating that snowball of momentum over 30 days with a cohort of entrepreneurs who are just like you, building their brands. So it's accountability, community, and then that step-by-step guidance so you know exactly what to focus on first, next.